I've missed doing vlogs, so here I am back to show you some of my favorite literary role models. In no particular order, we first have Percy Jackson of the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series. Reasons why I love him as a fantastic character. He always has a snide remark ready to go. Any situation, all the time. And for me, a little bit of humor I think can go a long way. He also is just really incredibly fun-loving, which is not something you always see in the heroes of your novels. He, likes to go out and kind of use his awesome Son of the Sea God powers to just have fun. He's also remarkably able to handle responsibility. Apparently I can handle responsibility, but I certainly don't feel like it sometimes. I mean, this whole trying to be an adult thing, still weirded me out. But Percy pretty much has the weight of the entire world on his shoulders for the entire, basically the entire series. And he seems to handle it pretty well. Next on the list is Lucy Pevensie of the beloved Narnia series. Main reason why I have her as one of my role models is because of her incredibly strong faith in God. I'm a bit of a scientist, so I don't necessarily have as much of a blind faith as I sometimes wish that I would have. But she has an incredibly strong faith in God that survives any test you can throw at it. And not only that, she also places similar levels of this incredible trust in her friends and her family all the time. Series you may not have heard of is the Squire's Tale series. My favorite character in this and role model of the day is Terrence. One of the reasons he's a role model of mine is that he can actually move silently in the woods, which is something I try to do. It doesn't work all that well, but I try. He also has sort of the quiet background power, and he has a lot of power, but he will quietly stay in the background. And as part of that, he also gains a lot of respect from people whose respect means a lot, but he's able to still stay in the shadows. And the shadows will be a continuing theme of this video. Characters that are especially role models happen to be wonderful female characters who also have red hair. I'm of course talking about Alanna of the Song of the Lioness quartet. I love her because she's brave, she's a bit reckless, but she's also really intelligent. I mean, obviously she has magic. I mean, that's pretty freaking awesome. But she can also be a very strong knight while at the same time being a fantastic mother as well. It's also very important for me that she's made a lot of mistakes in this series, but she learns from them and she improves through her mistakes. More female characters that go into roles that are not necessarily meant for them is also Manali of the Harper Hall trilogy. Is awesome. She also has dragons. I mean, they're like mini dragons, but she's got dragons. 13 of them! I love that she can work her way up to something that she wants to be while at the same time still staying true to herself. So she doesn't try to mold herself to fit this men's world, but she's still herself and forces the men to respect her for who she is. And what would a video about literary characters be without somebody from Harry Potter? In this case, Hermione. I've been told that I'm like Hermione, I've also been told that I'm like Ginny, but I think Hermione is a little more of the role model for me. She's definitely wickedly smart, which I'd like to think that I am. She'll go and do research if something needs to be found out. She's definitely smart. She's proud of how smart she is. She's not trying to hide it. And she's also well respected for her intelligence. So I think that makes her a pretty fantastic role model. And my absolute favorite series of all time, the Sword of Truth monstrosity epic thing that is breaking my heart right now. Richard Roll is a fantastic role model, I believe. He definitely thinks things through. He is a strategizer. He thinks of all the different possibilities, and then those are just the possibilities in the box. He's going to go outside the box. And that is something that is especially important for me, the thinking of the things that nobody else would think of. Thinking about things in a slightly different way than what's expected of you and figuring out a different solution. When you're presented with A and B, you should choose pie. He also inspires great loyalty, and he's definitely trusted as well. Plus, that whole snide remarks and flippant tongue, yeah, that's pretty cool. And my most recent fandom, welcome to the 007 fandom. Really, it's 00Q fandom. Whoops. Q is my role model in this fandom. I just want to be Q so bad. He runs a branch, which is pretty cool, of minions. They are totally his minions. He is intelligent, creative, he can like engineer whatever the crazy ideas he thinks of. And I think of a bunch of crazy ideas, but I can't make them. He also has people that can help him make them, which is totally cool. He's also very well respected, and depending on which incarnation of Q you're looking at, he's underestimated, but you really shouldn't be underestimating him. He also, once again, another character that sort of has a lot of power, but back in the shadows, which that would be me. He's super snarky. His job involves just like playing with computers and just spending all your time on the computers and hacking them, and that's amazing. Plus, this is a job that he loves. You can tell he loves his job with a passion. And that's something I really hope that I will eventually have. So with all of these wonderful role models, I would invite you down in the comments to let me know what are some of your literary role models, or what aspects of your favorite characters you kind of notice repeating. I notice characters having respect from others, and also some power from the shadows. I don't know what that says about me.